Sausage dogs they require a lot of love and attention.
They do. Very bossy.
Yep.
Always. Welcome back to Fill in the Gaps. I am Egg, and with me today is another fantastic tattoo artist who loves Taylor Swift and isn't a big fan of cars but will still watch Drag Race.
Nice. That was good. Yeah.
Thank you. It's Darcie. How you going?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. We've already had some chats and some stories before we even started recording.
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
So much stuff I have to ask you about.
I'm a very chatty guy.
We love it. We love a chatty guy. Before we get into it, please be sure to like, subscribe, rate the podcast, share the podcast, tell your friends. Have you told your friends?
Yeah. They're very excited.
Thank you. Awesome. Hi, Darcie's friends.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah. Please be sure to go share the love. Everyone's been fantastic with showing some love, which has been really, really nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Welcome to the podcast. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for getting up early on a Sunday.
I do what I can, and I can what I do. Thank you for making time before your D&D.
Oh, actually, D&D got cancelled.
Oh, so you lied to me.
I know.
To me. You're like, have to be here at this time before D&D.
I know. But now I'm going to take the dogs out, and I did promise them that. So.
Okay. Dogs and dogs. D&D.
Yeah.
There you go. So, speaking of the dogs, you got two little sausage dogs.
I do. My little baby boys.
So, it's Homer and Frank.
Homer and Frank, yeah.
Lovely. So, how long have you had them for?
Homie will be 3 this year, which is wild, and Frank will be 2. So
just little babies.
Yeah. So not very long, but I grew up with a sausage dog as well. So sausage dogs have always been a very big part of my life. So I was very happy to get my little boys back.
Mm-hmm.
They're amazing. They're a lot. Like sausage dogs are a lot. I feel like people don't necessarily know that going into it. That like they are literally working dogs, so they require so much more exercise than you would think for how little they are. And they're, very intense, don't like being alone, really like their people, don't like other people. My boys do not like anyone they don't know. They don't like dogs they don't know, but they like me, and that's what matters.
You don't like dogs that you don't know?
No.
Dogs or dogs?
Both.
Are they like, in terms of not liking dogs and people they don't like, are they aggressive or are they just like very yappy towards other dogs?
They're just such little dudes, It's just scary. They're just little fellas out in the world. Like if we go to the park, like we're always just very sort of wary of where big dogs are, because if they come just like bounding over, like Frank is pretty good with other dogs. Frank likes dogs, not people.
Okay.
Homie doesn't mind other people but doesn't like dogs.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So if like say you were to like come into our house, Homer would probably bark at you for a second and be like, it's okay, just sit over there, that's fine. But Frank would not be happy.
Right.
At all.
I see.
Yes. But at the park, Homer, if a big dog comes over, he's just like, absolutely not, get the fuck away from me. And he'll chase it and bark at it, but then if it turns around and chases him, he'll come running back into my arms like, Mom, no. help. Yeah.
Yeah. Are they like bossy and got an attitude and stuff? Because my ex-partner had 4 sausage dogs.
Oh my God.
And oh my God, the attitude on some of them. They walked around like they owned the house.
Yeah, that would be Homie.
Yeah.
Frank's a very sweet boy. He's like, he honestly doesn't have a lot of the sausage dog attitude.
Okay.
He's just, he's like a golden retriever, but kind of like shrunk down and like stretched out. So
he's the best.
Yeah. So he's a good boy, but no, Homer. There's a lot of attitude there.
Yeah. Runs the house.
Don't know where he got it from.
No idea. So did you get them at the same time if they're different ages, or did you get one first?
No, we got Homie first.
Okay.
And I cried the day the lady phoned me saying that she was, had him available because I was so excited. And then Frank just kind of like fell into our laps. It was actually another tattooer in Perth. Him and his wife had a litter of sausages, and they're like friends with a friend of mine. And there was this one boy who like no one wanted for some reason.
Aww.
I know. And she was like, my friend Tess, she messaged me and was like, oh, like, my friend has a sausage dog, available. Do you want it? And I was like, well, I'm never going to say no to that. And so I was like, we'll just go like to her house. We'll just meet him. And like my partner was like, we're not leaving without this dog. And of course, as soon as we met him and, she put him in my arms, I was like, all right, how much is he? We'll take him home. And that was it.
Yeah.
So I think from like one day to the next, like we didn't know we were going to have him on like Monday, and we had him by like Tuesday afternoon. So it was very not planned, but
that's okay. That's the best way to do it sometimes.
Yeah. And they love each other so much.
Oh,
it's so
lovely.
good for them.
Was there any kind of period where they didn't like each other and they were a bit standoffish, or
Honestly,
did they just click?
no. And considering that Homer is such a fucking asshole sometimes, I was like really hesitant. Like, we were bringing this puppy home and I was like, we haven't thought this through. Homer's going to be so upset because he's such a mama's boy.
Mm-hmm.
But straight away he was just like, oh, cool, this is my little brother. And now they absolutely love each other.
Nice.
Yeah,
And
best friends.
Did you choose the names Homer and Frank, or is that the names that they already had?
No, I'm not sure what names they had before, but no, I chose Homer because the breeder, when we were talking about like the ones she had left available and everything, she was like, and this one, and he's all like angry and he's so like food motivated and he had such a little fat belly, and I was like, that's my little homie right there.
Nice.
And then Frank, I wanted to call him Ralph because I wanted to keep going with the whole Simpsons theme, but I sort of put a poll out to like friends and family and like my partner, and everyone was like, call him Frank. So we stuck with Frank, but I call him Spanky mostly.
Spanky.
Yeah, little Spanky.
My favourite thing is learning what people call their dogs because it's never their actual name.
No, it's not. Well, it's like my cat. Her name's Bento, but I call her Monkey. Never called her Bento in my life.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, that's like I took my I always say my partner's dog, but we live together now and we're engaged, so it's kind of my
your
dog
dog
as
too.
well.
Yeah.
But so her name's Miley, but
like Cyrus?
yes, actually.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And she gets called pretty much anything but Miley. It's normally Spice, Spicy Mice, Spicy Flies, Emilia Susan, anything like that. And then the Chihuahua is named Kiara, but literally sounds so weird if you call her Kiara. It's Stink.
Yeah.
Or Stinker.
Yeah, checks out.
Yeah. And then just the more you say it, the more emphasis you have to put on the so it's Stink.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. And
love it.
And yeah, so like calling an animal by their name
It's
is
not common.
the weirdest thing. So I
No.
love learning what people actually call their dogs because that's their name.
We actually called Frank Little Dog for the longest time. Like
Little Dog.
Yeah, before we could think of his name, it was maybe like a week and we just called him Little Dog and he was responding to that. But then he is actually like maybe 1 or 2 kilos bigger than Homer. So he couldn't be Little Dog anymore. But yeah, he's mostly Spanky. But then Homie, I call him my little fat baby, my little fat boy.
Oh, nice. Is that like the thing where it's similar to saying how gorgeous and how beautiful they are, but you say how fat they are and everything?
Yeah, my little fellow baby.
Yeah.
And we'll slap his little belly. Yeah.
That's what we do with Stink as well. Like instead of saying, "Oh, she's so cute," we're like, "Oh, she's so rotten. She's so foul. She's never had a shower in her life." And she just stands there and smiles, and it's like she loves it.
Yeah.
She's just a stinky little fella.
Yeah, he's a robust little boy. It is what it is.
Exactly. So who was the artist that you got the dogs from?
Aaron Ramirez.
Oh, bless.
Yeah,
Nice.
so Aaron and his wife now, Mara, they have 2 sausage dogs who had a litter. So, yeah, so it's really cool actually because we get to have like puppy play dates sometimes. So we get to, Frank, so we get to see his mum and dad and one of his brothers they kept as well. So we go and hang out with them sometimes. So it's nice. So we're sort of kept in the family and I send them like photo updates and stuff. So, yeah, so it's really nice. So they get to like know that he's living his best life and he still gets to go and have visits with them if he wants to. And yeah, it's really lovely.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah.
Just the tatty community, just...
I mean, the tattoo community is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Sausage dog community, even better.
Even better.
Because was it Aaron that posted that his dog needed like surgery?
Yeah.
Or
So
something
that's
like
Frank's
that?
mum. Yeah. So
Ah.
she had IVDD, which is a very, I think, or at least I'm pretty sure that's what she had. It's a very common thing with sausage dogs. It's like the constant worry on everyone's mind when you have a sausage dog is that something will happen to their back. So it was really, really sad to see. But I know that she's doing really well. And Mara sent me a video recently. She's taking some steps and stuff. So so she's coming back. But yeah, that is Frank's mum. But I think she'll be okay, which is good.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And then... do you still kind of keep, because you were showing me before, this is like kind of unrelated, but we're talking about family and whatever.
Yeah.
Because pets are family.
Of course.
You were saying before that you've broken so many bones from different ways, including at the hen house.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And your sister sent you a photo just before that she thinks that she broke her toe.
Literally this morning, India, you dickhead. Yep.
That's insane.
We're very clumsy people, my family, very clumsy. Not made to be out in the world moving around, really. We should remain seated at all times. Literally, like, I'm going off on a tangent here, but like a few Christmases ago, it was maybe the first time my partner was there with us, and we play cricket every Boxing Day.
Okay.
We have like a little test matchy thing.
Who broke a bone?
No one broke a bone, but my partner did say to me, he said, "You guys really aren't made for running, are you?" Because we all just look so awkward. And he's right. It doesn't look right. We're all just like flailing about and like straining things. And no, not for us. We are not physically capable people. Okay. Absolutely not.
So you stick to the tattooing instead and just leave the sports to other people. Well, you don't actually leave the sports to other people. You still do it and end up reaping the consequences of it.
Yeah.
That's wild. If my brother sent me a photo just of his toe one morning, I was like, I think I broke my toe, I'd call him straight away and be like, what? Tell me everything. But the fact you're like, oh, yeah, I broke my leg a while ago at the hen house, actually. It's crazy. Yeah. Oh, my sister actually sent me a photo this morning. Look, I think she broke her toe.
Yeah.
That's insane. But all that to say, are you still close with your family? Like, do you still stay in contact with them?
Oh, yeah. Me and my family are very close. I have 3 siblings, and we're all very close in age. So growing up, we were like best of friends. I mean, we're still best of friends, really. I mean, obviously that old sort of changes as you get older. We don't, I suppose, have as much of like the movie nights and stuff that we used to, like cute things like that, because there's like little kids involved now and there's like FIFO working and stuff, so I don't get to spend as much time with them as I would like. But even that being said, I probably see them all a few times a week, so really it's just I don't get to hang out with them all day every day because that'd be cool.
So the reason that you don't do the movie nights is because you guys have seen every movie to ever exist, so you just run out?
Kind of. We did watch a new one this week though. I have a movie night with my sister locked in every week, and then one of my brothers, every single time a new Fast and Furious movie comes out, we make sure we go see that. I know. Look, they're terrible, but they're fantastic. And we can't get
one
enough.
Of them.
Oh my God. There's like 12 now or 10 wild. Or something. Yeah. But we go see it at the cinema every single time, and they're so bad, but I love it. And it's like my thing with Cade. Like, it's nice.
Shout out to Cade. Lovely.
Yeah. Hi, Cade. Love you.
Yeah, all the other siblings can get fucked.
Fuck you, India.
Go sort your toes out.
She'll love that.
So what was the new movie that you saw recently?
We watched Thanksgiving on Thursday night, which is it came out Thanksgiving last year. It's a horror movie based around Thanksgiving, and it was great. Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
A bit B grade, but I love a good B grade horror movie. That's kind of where it's at for me. So.
Okay. Because we were talking as you came in, you got the horror stuff.
Yes, which one of my customers actually got this for me, which is so nice. Honestly, have the best customers in the world. But horror movies all the way.
Yeah, because you asked about my shirt. And you're like, oh, you're a horror movie fan? I was like...
Yeah, disappointing.
Yeah, sorry. I've seen Saw. I think, most of the Saws.
Yeah, Saw's, it was pretty good. Yeah.
Shit. The new one I actually really liked. I thought it was going to be shit.
I don't think I've actually seen the new one, but it is meant to be pretty good.
Yeah, it's really good.
I feel like maybe the new one, the original director came back, who again, that's an Australian guy, which is cool. Always like supporting Australian horror. There's not a lot of it, but it's all really good when there is it happening.
Yeah. My whole thing with horror movies is just that, like I was saying to you earlier, a shit horror movie is just really hard to watch. It's just super cringe. Like, I hate it. I'm like, why would you go there? Why would you, what are you doing? You're setting yourself up for this, whereas a bad comedy is still really funny because it's just shit. Yeah. So that's my only thing against horror movies. But I don't mind them. I just don't really watch movies, so...
Yeah.
It's hard
That's
to
so
judge.
Wild to me. Like, what do you do with your time if you're not watching movies?
Watch sports and go to the gym. That's mostly it.
See, the moving, again, not really something I do.
Yeah. But in terms of watching TV and movies, I think I'm on number 9 watching The Office all the way through.
Oh, nice. I do love The Office. That's a fucking good one.
It's my favourite. It's just, me and my partner, we watch The Office all the way through and then Superstore all the way through and then The Office all the way through and then Superstore.
I never finished Superstore. I'm watching Supernatural at the moment, or I'm rewatching Supernatural at the moment because I never finished it. And they're so hot. So it's a nice way to spend your time.
Nice. But you watch it for the entertainment and the quality of the... Gotcha.
Yeah,
what's Supernatural about? I don't think... I was going to say I don't think I've seen it. I have not seen it.
Oh my God.
I think I've heard of it.
Well, it's about 2 brothers.
Are they supernatural?
They fight supernatural beings.
Oh, so they're not supernatural.
They're hunters and they hunt, supernatural evil things that are trying to kill people.
There you go.
And they're really hot while they do it. Highly recommend.
I was just, as you were saying that, I was just about to say I haven't seen Stranger Things either, but it sounds like you're describing what I imagine Stranger Things would be like.
Stranger Things is really good. You should watch it before the last season comes out. It's really good.
and then you said, but they're really hot while they do it. And I'm like, probably not Stranger Things because they're kids.
They are children. Yeah, no. Too far.
On record, Darcie said...
Edit that bit out.
No, I would never make you say that. If you want to say it, then by all means. I still haven't seen Stranger Things, but that's a petty thing. I don't like sci-fi as well, but my brother...
What the fuck, bro?
my brother loves sci-fi stuff, and he was like, you have to watch Stranger Things, you'll like it, I promise. And I was like, just because you're telling me I have to watch it, I'm not going to watch it
out of spite
until 5 years after the last season's come out.
Fair enough. I kind of did that with Game of Thrones. I didn't start watching it until like a few years in, and then I literally watched. Have you seen it? No. Oh my god, Jesus Christ!
I get this reaction like once an episode from everyone that loves movies and shows.
Yeah. Well, I finally watched it, and it was amazing. But I'd already seen so many spoilers because it'd already been out for so long, and I really. Yeah, regretted that. But I can't believe what have you seen?
The Office.
Yeah, wow, sure. Well, I mean, at least it's a good one. Superstore's pretty good.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Big Brooklyn Nine-Nine fan.
Nice. What movies have I seen? Probably like 5.
Wow.
Not a whole lot. Oh, I saw the newest, is it Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yeah,
Is that what it's called, though? Yeah. The newest one?
The one... It might be called Texas Chainsaw? Maybe,
don't know.
Or something, some combination of those words.
No idea.
The one on Netflix.
Yeah, it's the one how they're all on the bus and they go into that little town.
Yeah, that one was sick. I really liked that.
Sucked.
I really liked that chick got beheaded at the end because I fucking hated her.
It was genuinely one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Oh my God.
Sucked.
That's so funny because I did like. Because Texas Chainsaw are one of my like favorite series. Like, you know, I've got it tattooed on my arm, and every time they do, you know, a reboot or something, I'm always going in a bit hesitant because a lot of the time they're shit, even though I want them to be good. But that one I was actually like, oh, you know, it was all right. I mean, I think it was very woke, which I don't like them shoving wokeness into films. And I was very happy when most of them died because they're annoying as fuck. But I think that's a good thing about horror movies is that you want to be rooting for people to die, you know, because that's the point.
It was just so obvious that they were gonna die because they were in a bus and then they started running to the back of the bus when he got in the bus. I'm like, here's an idea. Yeah. Open the window and fucking jump out. How about that? Run away from the guy with the chainsaw.
People in horror movies are notoriously stupid though.
That's why I hate it. I can't do it. Just run anywhere but where you're gonna be trapped.
Some highbrow horror, maybe.
What's highbrow horror?
Highbrow horror, like I suppose, you know, like Oscar-winning horror. Not that you know, horror movies win Oscars because they shun them. But highbrow horror, just like, like...
Fuck the Oscars.
Yeah, I agree. Fuck the Oscars. But they're like good movies, I suppose. Like Midsommar and like Hereditary and stuff like that. That's like, you know, these like 5-star films regardless of the fact that they're a horror movie, you know?
I see.
Like,
haven't seen either of those.
For the, you know, more fancier taste than, you know, Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah. Sophisticated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like sophisticated horror movies where there's not people making stupid decisions and it's like very slow burny. Those are like my partner's favorite kind of horror movies because he's a smart dude. But I'm just like, give me the chainsaw and the people on the bus. It's fine.
What are some other ones that are, what is it, highbrow?
Highbrow horror.
Okay.
I would say like, Midsommar, Hereditary.
I just want you to name one that I have seen so I can understand.
The Babadook. It's a good Australian one. That'd be pretty high up there.
Never even heard of that, I'm going to be honest.
Oh my God. I'm going to have to send you home with like a list of films to watch.
By all means, go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, but, you know, maybe start with, you should watch The Babadook. It's really good. There's no people making stupid decisions and it's very,
What's it on? Netflix binge?
Probably Stan because it's Australian.
Fuck. I don't have Stan.
Oh my God. Okay.
Is it on KO? Because I can watch it on that because I've got...
The sport one? Yeah. Probably not.
Shit. And then the other thing that you said that you like is RuPaul's Drag Race.
I do. I love Drag Race so much.
Yeah.
So much.
Again, another one that I gave it a go. And it's not the Drag Race part I don't like. I just don't like reality TV.
Yeah, that's very fair. I also do not like reality TV, except for Drag Race. Okay. It is like the only one I'll watch. And I don't know, I think the first time I watched it, I actually, similar to sort of like refusing to watch Game of Thrones because it was so popular, refused to watch Drag Race for so long, and I had a lot of customers being like, you should watch this, you love it, and I was like, no, I don't like reality TV, blah, blah, blah. And then it was when I was getting my sleeve done, and I was like in the room for like, 11 hours getting tattooed, and she put it on the TV, and I was like, well, I guess I don't have another choice here. I'm just going to watch it.
Just leave during the tattoo.
And watch like, half a season, and I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. This is hilarious and incredible. And like the art and the talent, I was like floored. And just from there, I've absolutely loved it.
Yeah. I actually didn't mind the drag side of it. I found that entertaining. It's just the reality
drama
TV,
side.
like over dramatized. I'm like, I don't really like that. Like, I think my ex introduced it to me. How dare you move the mic? It's right, move it as much as you want. That's all good. That's what she said. I think my ex introduced me to RuPaul's Drag Race, and I gave it a go, and I just so badly wanted to find like the character that I wanted to win. Yeah. But I just hated so much about each individual person. I was like, how do I want them to all lose? Like,
honestly, I don't like every season.
Okay.
Like me and my sister are sort of making our way through all of them because I'm still kind of catching up because I came in a bit late. But there's definitely some seasons where I'm like, I don't want any of you to succeed. Don't like any of you.
Yeah.
But there's some where you're like, you can't pick a winner because they're all so amazing. And like the season that's airing right now is really, really, really good. And it's kind of one of those where I want them all to win.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a shame though, the Australian one, trash.
I think I started watching the Australian one, I think.
Oh, that's a bad one to start on. It's awful. And I've always had really high hopes because, I'm excited. They're Australian. But, like, I have not liked the show. It doesn't seem like the show's putting as much effort into it. And as someone who goes to a lot of local drag shows, I'm like, we have better people to show off than what is happening on this show. I mean, maybe they're just not applying for it and, whatever. But I don't know, the Australian one, disappointing.
I feel like people don't want to go on reality TV as well because it's become so much more clear. Yeah, recently that like regardless of what you're like on the show, they're going to edit it to make you seem however they want you to seem. So you're going to seem. A very good friend of mine is on a reality show that's airing right now, and that very much has happened. That they've what show?
Maths.
Oh, haven't watched it, but yeah.
No, me neither. I tried. I was like, oh, watch it because you're in it. I watched half an episode. I was like, I can't fucking do this.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I watched a TikTok where they were like, or maybe it was like a TikTok from a radio station or something, and they were like, just listen, like don't watch it, just listen, and you can hear where they've cut someone talking and they make it sound like they're saying something completely different to what they're actually saying.
Yep, 100%.
And I'm like, that's fucked. Imagine that, like going on being a good person and then they just edit it to make you seem like the worst person in the world.
100%. I'm pretty sure they have to like, actually no, I probably shouldn't say that.
No, say it. What do they do? What are they forced into doing?
I was going to say they have to sign things that say, we're going to change things to make it sound however we want for the drama.
You would. And like at the end of the day, any publicity is good publicity if you believe that.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Not always the case.
I think, yeah. I think my friend who was on it, he's like happy that it's over and never wants to do it again.
That's the thing is that like people will know you and there's millions of eyes on you, but
is that a good thing? Dude, it's like Ink Master. Like I would rather kill myself than go on Ink Master.
I used to completely legally find ways to watch Ink Master, like all the old seasons and everything. And I used to like love it. And then as I got more into like genuinely getting tattooed, getting to learn about artists and stuff, I'm like, my God, that show sucks. It's so bad.
We were actually talking about this the other day that I feel like the early seasons are kind of endearing because they have people like who are really good and people who are sort of like all the way through to really, really bad. And so it's kind of interesting seeing the way people are trying to sort of do things, and it's kind of entertaining seeing people do really, really trash tattoos. Yeah. But these days they're just poaching people who are already Instagram famous and already really, really, really good. Mm-hmm. And so it's just a show of watching people do really, really good tattoos, but in shorter amounts of time than they realistically should be doing them. Yeah. And so it's not very interesting anymore.
Yeah. And they so clearly from the start pick who they like want to go all the way through.
100%.
And they judge them so much differently than other people. Like someone does this fucking perfect, amazing tattoo. They're like, yeah, look at all the lines. They're blown out.
Like that one line there is not perfect. It's like, yeah, mate.
Yeah.
I'm not a machine.
And they're like, oh, I don't like the concept that you did. And it's like, the fucking client chose
Yeah.
it. What do you mean? What was I supposed to do about that?
And I'm pretty sure one of the judges on there is literally like Dave Navarro, like that guy who's in
he's the host.
Yeah. What is your qualification, my friend? Like, who gave you the right to judge other people's tattoos?
It's wild, yeah. Like, and then some of the guys and girls that have been on the show are like a million times better than the hosts and the
100%.
judges and all that. Like, I follow some of them, and they are like incredible artists.
Yeah.
But like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. I would be so goddamn anxious. I would not be able to function. And like, I tattooed cartoons essentially for all intents and purposes. And like, it'd be first challenge, be like, draw a koi fish. I'd be like, all right, peace out, guys. Like,
it's been real.
That's above me. Yeah.
Today we're doing black and grey realism.
Like, all right, it was nice knowing you.
Can I just do like a gummy bear or something?
Yeah. What about Homer Simpson?
And then you have to like do the thing where the client says what they want, and then you like get chosen to do it. They're like, want a full back piece of my grandma on the cross like Jesus, with pigs surrounding her. And then you're like, I could do groundskeeper Willie.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
I think you'd nail it though. You seem like you'd have the personality to be on a show like that though. That's the thing, is that I feel like you'd be good on the show, but
I'd cry a lot too. I'm such a crier. As soon as someone would critique me in any way, I'd be like
this line right here.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, pretty well. What did I ever do to you?
Whip out the chainsaw.
I'm just trying my best.
How much money would they have to offer you? What's the minimum they would have to offer you?
What, to go on Ink Master?
To go on Ink Master.
Oh, God. I mean, considering I really, really, really don't want to, $1 million? I don't know. So if I could buy a house out of it, I would do it.
Okay, so 15 million?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. If they could buy me a house, secure my future, then I would sell my soul to the Ink Master gods
to Dave Navarro.
And be eliminated in the first episode. So at least I wouldn't have to do it for very long.
My the ex that actually introduced me to Drag Race, we used to watch Ink Master together, and we used to just laugh at like the really bad artists and the bad tattoos and stuff. And we got what's his name? Fuck, I can't remember his name. I'm blanking on it. But for her birthday, I got her a what's it called? How you get a celebrity to like
a cameo?
Cameo. We got a cameo from one of the artists that won it.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and he like said happy birthday, and we got him to like say, I'm sorry that you didn't get a cameo from like one of the bad artists, but you got me instead. I'm like, that's beautiful.
That's nice.
Yeah, because some of them are bad. Like, I'm not a tattoo artist, but I also don't claim to be a tattoo artist.
Yeah.
So I'm allowed to shit on people that are really bad.
I mean, anyone can tell what a bad tattoo is, really.
Exactly.
You know?
Did you see that Big W are selling tattoo machines?
Yes. I did also
insane.
see that the Australian Tattooist Guild have contacted them, and I'm pretty sure they took them down from sale, which is really, really good. As soon as I saw that come up, I was filled with so much rage and disappointment and frustration. I just, like putting something that will mark you for life into the hands of children, putting something that can spread infection, putting something that can spread diseases, like all of this stuff into the hands of children, or even, just regular people who don't know any better, like sharing needles, and I don't understand how. You're getting me fired up now. I don't understand.
No, please go off.
How it was approved. Like, assumably this had to go through so many people for them to be like, yeah, this is a good idea.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Big W? Is I guess what I have to say about that is what the fuck.
Yeah, because I saw people commenting on it, and they're like, "Oh, but you've been able to buy them online forever," and I'm like, "Yeah,
it's
but
different.
like if a kid goes into their parents' fucking purse, gets their card, and buys it, they're a shit kid, and the parents gonna be like, no, take it off them, hopefully." Yep. But if you're
being
just
able to just walk
Big
into
W,
a store and just grabbing it off the shelf,
that's
like
wild.
It's dangerous and it's irresponsible. Like at the end of the day, and I mean, even if, again, someone purchasing one of these kits doesn't give someone a horrifying infection, or doesn't, reuse needles and give someone a actual disease, they're still going to be marking you permanently for the rest of your life. And I think that sometimes we don't understand how, that is a big thing. Like, that is an important thing that needs to be taken seriously and considered seriously before it's done.
Oh, 100%.
And I really, really hope that it is completely taken off, and that it's not for sale.
Not too many people got their hands on them beforehand.
Yeah, I really hope so. And I don't know. It's really good that something like the Australian Tattooist Guild exists here, because it's a very, very unregulated industry. And so it's cool that there is at least one organisation who is doing something to try and make things a bit more regulated and doing things to stop things like that from happening, because it is just such a bad idea.
Yeah, it's like if Big W put on their shelves like a beginner surgical kit,
exactly,
or
like
something.
a piercing kit or like a dental kit or something.
Just like
you know what I mean?
scalpels and shit like that, and sewing to like sew someone up and do stitches.
Exactly, it is no different. It's like, borderline a medical procedure.
Yeah.
And you really need an understanding of health and safety and cross contamination before doing anything like that. And I don't know. Again, who approved that? I don't know who you are, but I'm coming for you with my chainsaw.
Do it. They'll just run to the back of the bus and lock themselves in the toilet. Because there's a reason that you have to do like a year of your apprenticeship without even touching a fucking machine.
Yeah.
And then
depending on where you are.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Another conversation.
This is true. And then you have to like learn under someone and
because there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, and you don't want to be spreading infection, spreading diseases is a serious thing that could happen.
Yeah.
And that's why you need all of these resources and tools before you're taking that step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Big W after this.
I'll see you if you cover up then.
That's what I was saying, because I made a TikTok out of it, like to just show people how wild it is. And I was just like, cover-ups are going to be going hard in the next 3 months.
Yeah, right.
Honestly.
I guess that would be the only positive that comes from it, maybe. Is that
a positive though?
No, it's really not.
Tattooing over an HIV-filled scar.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Nice. Then you can do the groundskeeper Willie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good conversation about drag race. So that's fun.
Oh, yeah, we got off topic there.
Because you did say that you go to local drag shows and stuff. Hey?
Yeah, whenever I can. Yeah.
Are they mostly at the court, or is there other places?
Honestly, always at the Rechabite. The ones I've gone to,
okay.
Always at the Rechabite, because I suppose I'm going to a lot of RuPaul based tours and things like that. And they're always at the Rechabite. But yeah, pretty much the only time I leave the house is to do gay shit. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gay girl things.
Yeah, exactly. But no, we love going to drag shows. I don't know, it's so much fun, and everyone is just having such a good time, and everyone's dressed up and looks so pretty. And it was one of the things I loved about Taylor Swift was just I don't know, the attention everyone puts into the way they're looking, and just this really fun joint experience, you know? And the vibe at drag shows is always just, immaculate.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of dudes around, which is always nice.
Hey.
No offense.
None taken, because dudes and ladies as well can be pieces of shit. So I feel like drag shows are a safe space where everyone's just there.
Dude,
for
it really, really is. You never feel sort of uncomfortable or stressed or pressured or anything. It's just just chill, nice, fun, good way to spend time.
One thing that I've always kind of believed, and I have nothing to back this up, is that I would actually be really good at drag.
I think you would be. You've got good eyebrows.
Thank you. I do like my eyebrows. That's why I get them threaded all the time. But I feel like I'd be really good at it, but I'm never going to. I have no desire to whatsoever, but I feel like I would be really, really good at it.
Have you ever just gotten your partner to put a face of makeup on you or something?
Not really, because she doesn't do a lot of makeup.
Oh, sure.
So, but when we go out to the city and stuff, she'll do makeup. And if she said, "Can I do your makeup?" I'm like, okay, go ahead. I've had partners do it.
I think during COVID, there were a bunch of days that I did Curtis's makeup because we were so goddamn bored.
If someone wanted to do a full face of drag makeup on me, I wouldn't stop them. I'd be like,
I think you'd look great.
That's fine. Yeah, exactly. The beard would be the issue.
Yeah, I agree. But you just lean into it. You know,
I'm not shaving it.
No,
I've done that once before for my old job. never doing it again. Literally never doing it again.
Literally, my brother was saying yesterday that the site he's on right now is saying that he needs to shave his beard, and he hasn't shaved it since like he graduated high school, and so he's looking at changing sites.
That was this fella right here.
Yeah.
I started growing mine when I was 16-ish.
Yeah.
17.
Because we couldn't have facial hair at school because we went to a Catholic school. So he like...
So did I.
Sure. Where'd you go?
Mazenod.
Oh, sure.
Up in the hills.
Fancy.
Yeah, then I did a student exchange program, started like growing out a little bit of like it wasn't even like fluff, but just like 16-year-old beard.
16-year-old beard, yeah.
But like better than normal 16. Yeah, better than normal 16.
Shape up to the children.
Like before I left, I tried growing a goatee, and it was literally just like bum fluff. But once I started like shaving it, it grew back more full. But then around like 17, I actually started having a full beard. I went to a public school when I got back, so I could actually have a beard.
Sure.
So I just always had a beard, and then when I started shaving my head, I was like, I have to keep the beard.
Yep.
Always had it. It was super long, and I had like $100 in my bank account, and then went to this new job, did the whole interview process, everything, asked them if there was anything about like my appearance that I needed to change, or like piercings, anything like that. Like, no, all good. Showed up on the first day, and they're like, hey, you got to go home and shave. And I was like, couldn't have made me told me that before.
Yeah,
but
when
like,
I asked if there's anything you wanted me to change.
Yeah, I had $100 in my bank account. I was like, I don't fucking have a choice. And it was a Friday, and I had to work all weekend, so I was going to get like weekend rates. So I was like, fuck.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, I was very pissed. So I shaved it, and I just grew like a dirty moustache, and then now unbelievable.
I know.
Fuck a swear jar. We need to have like a moving the mic jar.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I grew back a moustache, and then I left that job and just grew it all back straight away. It's fucked.
I shave mine every morning.
Oh, I was gonna say your beard looks really nice.
Thank you. It's because I'm Eastern European, so hairy.
And then you said the you liked being at the Taylor Swift concerts and stuff, seeing everyone put in effort to how they look and all that.
Oh my God, it was so much fun.
Because we did the consult, and you're like, oh, I can't do this day because I'm going to Melbourne.
Yeah.
Completely slipped my mind, and then I saw your Instagram stories. You're like, so excited for Tay-Tay tonight. And I was like, shit.
Of course, that's why I was there. Yeah.
Fair enough. How was it?
It was literally the best night of my life.
Cool. Next.
It was everything I thought it would be and more, I suppose, which is a very cliche thing to say. But no, it was so much fun. Like on the way there, you know, like I had all my hair done, all my makeup done, and I was all dressed up and everything. And like, you know, on the tram, and all you can see is just like sparkles and glitter and cowboy hats and cowboy boots and pink. And it was just so much fun. Like everyone was so excited, and it was nearly like 100,000 people there or whatever, which is like, you know, the biggest crowd I've ever been in. And just
it was more than 100,000, I think.
Maybe? I'm not sure.
She did multiple shows in Melbourne. Hey,
yeah, she did.
Well, that's what it was then.
But it was so many people. And again, just every single person so dressed up, so excited, like so, I don't know, like everyone, it felt like it meant so much to everyone to be there, you know, because I think it did, because trying to get tickets was such a nightmare and everything. We've been waiting for it for so long. And then, you know, just, I don't know, just this joint experience with so many people was such a cool thing to do. And like the whole city, the whole weekend was just like pumping Taylor Swift vibes. Like every cafe was playing her music, you know, and even like on the plane home, everyone was in like the tour merch and everything. And like on the way there, it was like 80% teenage girls on the flight. And I was like, yeah, we're all going to Taylor Swift. And I was wearing my Taylor Swift shirt, and everyone was like, oh my God, are you going? What night are you going? Like it was just so much fun and so wholesome and incredible. And of course, she herself performing was flawless, like absolutely flawless. And like when she came out, I was recording, and like my hands were shaking, and I just had tears started like pouring down my face, and I sobbed like for 3.5 hours straight.
So, do you like Taylor Swift or?
Just a little bit.
What was like the highlight of the performance? Was there a song that you really enjoyed being there for?
She does like two like surprise songs for every show, and one of the surprise songs for this show was Red, which is one of my favorite songs. So I was very excited that like the surprise song was something I really, really love. But really the entire Red set, because she's doing the Eras tour, so it's like a set for every album kind of thing, and Red was my favorite album, so that entire set was absolutely amazing. Nice.
Was that you that was the girl on TikTok that was like screaming, crying at the front of the stadium when the song that saved her life?
No one was filming me.
Because it was.
Because it would have been, yeah.
Inside the stadium as well. Yeah. Nice. I like Taylor Swift's music, but she has become overrated. That's not to say that she is bad.
Yeah.
But she has become overrated.
You can't escape her. Like, she's everywhere.
Exactly.
And
like,
it's a bit intense, for sure.
Like, even, I'm not a big American football fan at all. Like, I like basketball and footy. They're my main ones. But I love any sports. But the way that she was just, like, forced into everything in the Super Bowl and the lead up to the Super Bowl, it's like if you show her once or twice on the broadcast, cool.
Yeah.
But like to show her every time anyone mentions Travis Kelce, anytime he touches the ball, anytime the Chiefs have the ball, anything, they just showed her, and it's like, wow. Do all the other players not have partners or something? Like, what's going on?
Curtis was so upset because obviously I love Taylor Swift. He does too, but he also loves NFL. And when she started dating Travis Kelce, he's on the Chiefs, which is like the Bills, which is Curtis's team. It's like their nemesis.
Yeah.
And they like kicked them out of the Super Bowl running. And then we went to Taylor Swift, and like all of the boyfriends who were there were in like Kelce jumpers and stuff. And Curtis was so upset. He was like, this is ruining the night, and just keep having it shoved in my face that we lost.
Also, like, as little as I know about NFL, I know that the Chiefs are like that team that's like the top of the top, and everyone wants to knock off, so they become hated.
Yep.
So then to have this added level of Taylor Swift dating one of the best players, everyone's like,
he was like, why couldn't she date a guy on the Bills?
Yeah, so I feel like everyone that hated the Chiefs just hated them even more.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got no problem with Taylor. It's just she has become overrated and over talked about. Not to say that she's bad whatsoever, but
I think
overrated.
she's on like a 2-month break from the Eras tour right now, having a little holiday. So, you know, hopefully she's not just all over the news for the next little bit.
Yeah. She'll be back soon. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But like, best believe on my way to the gym if I'm driving, Love Story is blaring.
Love Story is one of my favorite songs, 100%. I still cry every time I listen to it. Yeah, which is almost daily. I'm a crier.
Listen to it on the way in today. Huh?
I was listening to Enchanted on the way in today on repeat, singing at the top of my lungs.
Don't know it, but that's okay. I only know the bangers.
Good Taylor Swift song.
Okay. I only know like the really like pop culture kind of.
Sure.
So there's probably like 6 or 7 that I know, but the ones I know I like know most of the lyrics to.
Yeah. How could you not? It's so catchy.
Exactly. Yeah, nice. So was it cool having just that kind of community almost of like you said, going to Melbourne, seeing all the glitter and sparkles and all that, leaving Melbourne? Did you stay for both, or was it only one that you went to?
We only went to one show. I would have loved to have gone to more shows, but it was so hard to get tickets at all.
Okay.
But one of my favorite things after coming back has been tattooing my customers who also went and getting to talk about like,
that's right.
Yeah, like what their experience was like, and like what night they went to and how much fun they had. So that's been really fun, like coming back and doing Taylor Swift tattoos on everyone who got to go, I suppose, and everyone who didn't get to go. It's been really, really fun.
Because you did the Taylor Swift flash sheet, hey? Yeah,
I've done a few. Actually, yeah.
Because my partner wanted to come today so she could meet you because she wants one as well. She's not as much of a Swiftie as you are, but she does like Taylor Swift. And
I think I'm actually going to get one of the ones I drew tattooed on myself.
Are you going to do it on yourself?
No, I don't think I have anywhere left that I could reach. I'll just make Curtis do it.
Just do it over the top of Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy or something.
Not Leatherface.
How much would someone have to pay you to do that?
To do what?
Blast over that with a Taylor Swift.
Oh, no, you couldn't.
So $10 billion. And
okay,
you're not
maybe $10
exactly.
billion.
So what's the minimum you would take?
$10 million.
10 million. So someone says 8 million.
Sleeve. It's so beautiful.
It is well done. Who did it?
Cara Tiger Lily at Ascendance. She's a good friend of mine. Hi, Cara.
Hi, Cara. Lovely. Nice. I'll let you go because you got to get to your D&D. Oh, that's right. You cancelled it.
Blame India. Fucking broken toe, cancelling
India.
D&D.
Jesus. Oh, was she running it?
Yeah, she's running our campaign at the moment. So I'm playing with India, her partner, one of my brothers, my partner, and then Lucas, who's not related, but we drag him in there.
Fucking Lucas.
But she just got a new job, so it's a good reason to, she had a shift today that she couldn't move, so whatever.
I see.
Fine.
And a toe that she couldn't move either.
Yeah. But I think I'm going to go see her tonight. Check out her broken toe.
Give it a little kiss. Kiss the dogs. We'll do some rapid fire questions and a would you rather, and then you can go be with India and Frank and Homie.
I will. Thank you.
Give them a kiss for me. What would you want to be if you couldn't be a tattoo artist or anything art related? Not what do you think you could be, but what would you want to be?
Pediatric nurse, which is, I think I'm actually going to start studying nursing next year.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You just like being around kids?
I really do. I really do. I love kids, and my nephew who is disabled has sort of, like, being around him has really opened my eyes to, I suppose, that side of the world and those kind of people, and has made me really want to help people more and help kids like him more, which is why I've just done my disability certificate.
Nice.
And yeah, so I think next year, if I can swing it, I'm going to do full-time nursing, part-time support worker, part-time tattooing, and maybe have kids as well. I don't know.
Nice.
I'm going to do everything next year.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely pediatric nursing. And hopefully that is something I do one day.
When people say next year's my year.
Yeah, next year's my year.
Yeah,
100%.
you're really on that.
Yeah, 100%. I'm going to do everything.
So if you want to get your Taylor Swift tattoos done.
Get it in now.
Yeah. If you were a drag performer, drag queen.
I think technically it'd be drag king.
If you were a dragger, if you were a drag racer.
If I was a dragger, yeah.
If you did drag racing professionally, what would your drag name be and what would be your signature song? I'm just going to assume it's going to be a Taylor Swift song, but
wrong. It would actually be
Metallica.
The Climb by Miley Cyrus. Because I belt it out so much that I feel like I could do a really good lip sync to it.
I see.
Yeah. It was actually my number one song on Spotify last year. I listened to it a lot.
Not Taylor Swift.
No, it was Miley. She was like number 2, but Miley's up there. I love my pop girls,
I do like Miley. She was my celebrity crush for a while there. During her like wrecking ball kind of.
With the shaved head and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I shaved my head when she shaved her head. I've been following her.
I shaved my head slightly after, but completely unrelated.
And my drag name would be Paprika Cumin. Because it's like paprika and cumin, but paprika cumin, a little bit of a
I like that.
little pun there. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
I don't know much about drag names, but that seems like a pretty fucking good one.
Yeah. Technically India came up with it, but it was a really good one. So it's like, I'm going to steal that.
Exactly.
Because we're from India and we use a lot of paprika and cumin in our cooking, we were like, that kind of like, ties into that a little bit, like a little bit of like a heritage throwback with a pun thrown in.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she broke her toe, so she can get over it. She
I
can't do
agree.
drag anyway.
Fuck
so.
you, India.
Yeah. Man, you really got something against India. You fucking looked dead down the barrel and said, fuck you, India.
She's
that
my
many
little
times.
sister. She gets it.
Fair. Are you the middle child, oldest child? Or?
Oldest. That's why I'm so anxious and overly organised.
And so bullyish towards the younger ones.
Yeah.
Because you copped it growing up.
Yeah, 100%, dude.
Yeah.
I couldn't even go to the movies with my friends on their own, but like my littlest brother, his favourite movie by the time he was 4 was Van Helsing. Yeah.
Don't know what it is.
Oh my God.
Sorry about it. So what's the age difference between you and your youngest sibling?
6 years. So we go 6, 4, 2 in terms of space. Yeah.
Oh, so India's the middle child?
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Of course she is. Classic middle child.
Of course she is.
behavior.
I know. Fucking India.
Fucking India. Fuck's sake, India.
She's going to love this so much.
Get her on the podcast so she can just chat shit about you.
She will. She will the whole time.
Hit me up, India. Nice. I like that. So the climb and...
Paprika coming.
Nice.
Yeah.
Drag names normally are like sexual innuendos, hey?
Yeah, a lot of the time they are, I guess. Yeah, like they don't always have to be, but a lot of the time they are.
Yeah.
There's someone on this season, I think it's this season, and their name is A Mandatory Meeting, and they go by Tori or Amanda. And I think that's really, really funny. Like,
I love puns and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. Love a good pun.
Trying to think what mine would be. What's egg related? All I can think of is egg white and then turning egg white into cum. And
I was going to say like egg roll or something. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have a think on that. I'll get back to you.
Yeah. Please do. And then you can do the drag makeup for me.
Yeah,
and
sure. It'll be great.
The court hit me up. And who would you want to tattoo? Anyone in the world other than Taylor Swift, RuPaul, Miley Cyrus now because you said you like her.
I do.
And any family or friends.
Who would I want to tattoo?
And other than me, obviously.
Maybe Machine Gun Kelly, honestly.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Not a fan. I mean, look, dude's a dickhead, for
yes.
sure. But honestly, the reason behind that would purely be business related, because the person who tattooed him recently and did all his blackout stuff gained heaps of followers and notoriety from doing that. So purely from it would be good for business point of view. Tattooing him and having him share you and everything, because he's a big tattoo collector, would I think be really good for business. So that is why it would be him. Okay. Yeah, purely from a selfish, it would do well for my career point of view.
I can't argue with that. Got to chase the bag.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I used to really like Machine Gun Kelly's music.
Yeah.
Before the whole Eminem thing, and then
sure.
Since then he just jumps ship every year or something.
Yeah.
To whatever is the popular thing, the popular style.
Yeah.
To appeal to 14-year-old girls.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, it's so cringe. I can't fucking stand it. To be fair, the blackout stuff looked really good.
It does look really good. And I'm not usually a fan of, I'm not usually a fan of heavy blackout stuff. But it was done really, really well.
It was.
For sure. Yeah. No, it's very, very dynamic looking, I suppose. I like the whole sort of blackout, but not, it wasn't complete saturation of the tattoos. It was kind of sections. You can see the older stuff coming through. I like that sort of layering kind of situation.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But just so many things about the dude. I'm like,
dude, he's a questionable guy, and he's ruined Megan Fox. I used to love her, and she's just
when all of that was happening, everyone was like, "Oh my God, the greatest love story," and I was like, "They're gonna break up within the next." People kept
calling them our favorite emo couple, and I was like, "Has anyone ever laid eyes on an emo person? That is not what Megan Fox is."
That song where he was like, "I fell in love with an emo girl" or something. I was like, "You're dating Megan Fox."
Again, are we talking about Megan Fox here? Because that is not an emo girl.
Emo. Megan Fox.
Yeah, I agree.
Total opposite.
I know she has pale pink wash through her hair now, but come on, guys.
It's
woman's never worn a pair of black skinny jeans in her life.
I just found it insane. My missus calls me a fake emo, but I'm like, I'm closer to being an emo than fucking Megan.
Why are you a fake emo? Why?
Because I only just came into the emo kind of culture when we started dating.
Oh,
so she's
so you are a fake emo. So
I've never. But how can I be a fake emo?
You weren't 15 and cutting your hair with razor blades to make it all crazy.
No, I went to a private all boys Catholic school.
I went to a private Catholic school, but I suppose I was one of the weird kids.
Exactly,
who was emo.
I wasn't. I'm into sports and shit. I'm into sports. I like rap music and all of that. The thing is, I can't be a fake emo if I've never claimed to be an emo.
Good point. No, I'm 100% emo through and through, forever. It's not a phase, mum.
I like the
etc.
Nice. I like the emo culture, and I'm covered in tattoos and stuff. I've got stretched ears, and
we were actually discussing recently, me and Curtis, that emo culture is incredibly bad sometimes, or at least proper what emo culture was, say when we were growing up, with bands essentially singing songs glorifying self-harm, I suppose being the biggest thing, that was so dangerous and irresponsible of them to do, to glorify and romanticize that, and that wouldn't have been a part of our sort of lives and upbringing if it wasn't for that music. And that kind of, in hindsight, you sort of look back on your parents being I don't want you to listen to this, and being why, you're dumb, you don't understand, mom, it's not a phase, etc. But then now, as someone who is hoping to become a parent sometime soon, I'm I wouldn't want my kids to listen to music that's talking about,
Makes
I
sense.
cut myself and then I'm happy, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think it is a little bit problematic, or at least it used to be problematic. I don't think there's as much of that anymore, but I don't know.
I don't think it would get played if they made it now.
Well, no, exactly. But yeah, all my friends, I mean, this might be a little bit intense for the podcast, but all my friends when we were teenagers, everyone was self-harming because it was a cool thing to do. It was the way we were sort of told to deal with your emotions. And that's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Well, I mean, I'm I think quite a bit younger than you, but even when I was at high school.
Excuse me, how old do you think I am?
we talked about how old you are. And by no means am I calling you old. I'm calling me a fetus.
How old are you?
12.
Oh, God.
No,
You do have a really good beard for a 12-year-old.
23.
Oh, my God. Okay, yeah, sure. You are a good chunk younger.
Yes, that's the thing, is that you're not old. I'm just a literal baby. So just got out of diapers today. So, yeah.
Oh, congrats.
Thank you. Thank you so much. But, yeah, like even when I was in high school, well, like late primary school, early high school, people were like self-harming and stuff. So
it was such a big part of the culture that really shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
And like I'm definitely not one for thinking that like bands or celebrities need to be role models. Like absolutely fucking not. You know, people can get famous doing whatever they want, and it's, you know, our own responsibility to give our kids good role models and all that jazz. But still think pretty, you know, fucked up to like you know, sing about that stuff and like tell kids, hey, you should do this to feel better. Yeah, because I did that for so long and developed an addiction and then had to get it all covered up. You know what I mean? Like it's not a good thing.
Yeah. Are there like emo kind of gothish bands that are on the level of all those old school ones? Because that's another reason that my missus calls me a fake emo, is because now I listen to like My Chemical Romance and like all those kind of bands.
Yep.
When I was younger, like Good Charlotte was pretty much the only thing that I listened to.
Charlotte.
So good, but like that was pretty much it, and that was because my dad liked them. But then now I kind of listen to like emo-ish kind of music, like from the early 2000s. But are there bands now that are like on that level, or is it kind of
Arm's
faded
Length,
out?
like the only band on that level? We listen to them so much at the moment. They are like really good. Like it sounds like really highly polished stuff that would have been coming out 10 or 15 years ago, and it's amazing. Arm's Length. Highly recommend. Yeah. Really, really good, like, modern emo band.
Because I know that there's, like, Pierce the Veil and Beartooth and all that are still around, but I feel like they were, like...
Well, those are even, like, they're, like, sort of a few years, like, after I was into it, you know what I mean? Like, and they have a lot more of the sort of, like, whiny voice dude thing, which I don't necessarily get down with.
What about Blink?
Blink. Oh, I fucking love Blink.
Good.
But I saw them a few weeks ago, and it was average at best. Sorry.
Well, I mean, they're all old, aren't they? And
well, again, I suppose, yeah, kind of. But yeah, I don't know. They were, I think, I saw them a week before I saw Taylor, so I feel like it sort of is overshadowed by her quite a bit. But Blink was, yeah, I don't know. I was so excited because they're like, they mean a lot to me and my partner. Like, you know, we listen to them together all the time. It was like a really sort of big, exciting thing to see them all together. And it was like, yeah, like they were good, but yeah.
You were just in the crowd. Play Love Story.
Yeah. Which era is this?
I don't know this one. Is this 22? Because they have a new drummer, is it? Or multiple band members? Yeah.
Oh no. So they've always had Travis, but he never used to tour because he couldn't get on planes. Okay. But they did have a different singer / guitarist.
Couldn't get on planes.
Yeah, because he was in a plane crash. Like ages ago. Yeah, so there's a whole thing that like Blink
fake emo.
That they didn't tour they didn't tour properly for ages, or they just had session drummers because he couldn't get on a plane. So there was this whole thing. It was so big when they came back to Australia this time with Travis in the band, because they were meant to come. It was like Big Day Out like 10 or so years ago. And I'm pretty sure I was going because I remember being really disappointed. Like the day before they pulled out because he couldn't get on a plane, or at least he pulled out. And the rest of the band did it without him. Maybe they all cancelled. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But so it was really cool that they were coming back this time all together, playing in Perth, because we missed out last time. And then it was, yeah, I don't know, it was fine. But
I feel like, yeah, they haven't really had a lot of new music, so they probably just kind of...
I honestly really liked their new album, but I didn't like... They threw so much shade at the crowd. They were like, everyone's not standing up, everyone's sitting down, like, you know, where's the vibes kind of thing. Fair. But I think, like, my thing is we're all fucking over 30. It's a Thursday night. We've all got work tomorrow. We're all tired. We've all been at work today. None of us can stand up for 3 hours. You know what I mean? Like, let us sit down and enjoy it seated. You know? And I think it's kind of rude to ask people to stand up in a seating area, because what if someone behind you doesn't have the ability to stand up or stand up for lengthy periods, and then you're just like in front of them, like shielding their view the entire time, you know?
This is fair.
Yeah, it's rude.
I also just love the thought of them being like, okay, everyone stand up for this next song, and just like 60,000 people, however many it was, just all collectively
Yeah. Yeah, we were all like, no, my knee can't handle that.
Knees cracking and shit. Yeah.
Yep, it was a bit like that.
Nice. Okay, we'll do the would you rather and then we can get out of here. Do you have a would you rather that you want to share?
No.
Nice.
Should I?
That's okay. If you don't have one, you don't have one. That's okay. Would you rather your sexual partner do the Gangnam Style dance immediately before or immediately after sex?
Now that we've discussed the fact that they would be naked afterwards, I'm going to say before. But how far before?
I'm saying like immediately before. You're like, you want to get into it, and they're like, yeah. Then they start doing it.
I think it would ruin it.
the whole song length.
Oh, God. No, yeah, I'm going back to after because at least I can laugh about it. Beforehand, I'm just going to be like, the fuck are you doing? The moment's gone.
You laugh about it for the first 5 seconds. And then when they're 3 minutes in, you'd be like...
This has been going for a long time. Yeah.
And you can't walk away because they'll follow you.
Yeah. No, after. I'm going with after. Yeah. I think after.
You get to see all parts of their body doing the Gangnam Style.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds okay. It sounds preferable to before.
Damn, I need to meet your fella because...
It'd ruin the mood. Also, Homer really is not happy when we're having alone time. So you got to like, you're in and out. You know what I mean?
That's a small dog thing.
Yeah.
Our dogs are exactly the same. They will cry and bark at the door.
Yeah. They're like, what are you doing? I really want to be involved. Really, really want to be in there with you.
Mm.
Yeah. It's weird.
Miley also doesn't even let us hug or kiss.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If I even like hug my partner, she'll come up and stand at our feet and jump up and start like growling.
Oh my God.
I'm
Thankfully,
like, what the fuck?
Homer's not a growler, but if you're like laying in bed and like, you know, we just go, he's like, hello. And he's like up there like giving us kisses too. He just wants to be involved.
Yeah.
You know? Just a lovable little guy.
Dirty little dogs.
I know. Nasty boys.
Nice. I was just thinking of another would you rather.
Mm.
It's a you one. Would you rather go to a Taylor Swift concert where she only performs Metallica songs, or a Metallica concert where they only perform Taylor Swift songs?
Oh my God. Metallica performing Taylor Swift songs, 100%, because I feel like they would do something really cool and interesting with that, and I really love Metallica, but I feel like the other way around, if I was listening to Taylor Swift perform Metallica, I would just want it to be Metallica. I don't feel like she could do that.
Okay.
But I feel
also,
like...
so we're clear, they're not trying to do
their version,
their style of
of
that song or that band. They're just doing like
no, definitely Metallica doing Taylor Swift. I would pay money to see that. That sounds really fun.
That would be sick.
It would be sick.
I feel like they would give it a go as well. They seem like cool dudes.
Yeah, I agree. Get him on the phone.
Yeah,
What's his name? Lars.
Yeah, I actually have Lars's number.
Yeah,
so.
You do? Yeah, sure.
He's on the next episode. So. I'm just a small podcaster.
Just a little guy.
Yeah. I'm just a little guy. Cool. Thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me. I hope I didn't ramble too much or swear too much or say anything I wasn't meant to. Sorry, India.
Rambling, swearing, and swearing at India are the reason that we do the podcast.
Yeah.
Where can people find you, either in person or on social media?
In person, I'm at Wright Street Collective in Kewdale, but I am appointment only, so please don't come in unless you've told me beforehand, because I'll be too anxious to speak to you without having at least 7 to 8 business days to prepare for what I'm going to say. And on Instagram, I'm Darcie Kapor Tattoo, and I think I'm the same on Facebook. But yeah, follow me on Instagram, and thanks for having me.
No worries at all. Thanks for being here. I'll chuck your names and what are they called? Handles.
Yeah.
I'll chuck your handles in the description anyway.
Awesome.
But go hit her up for all your Taylor Swift tatty needs and all your gummy bears and
anything cute.
Groundskeeper Willie
Hit me up.
and all of that. Please be sure to like, subscribe, rate, share the show, tell your friends.
Tell all your friends.
Tell all of your friends.
All of them.
Don't tell Homer and Frank. They already know. Don't tell India. She already knows.
Yep.
She's copping it. Okay.
She is.
Tell anyone else, though. Thanks so much for joining.
Thank
See you
you
soon.
so much.